Good morning, everyone, and welcome. It is my pleasure to see all of you that have come and supported the seniors here, and of course, it is my pleasure to see all of my classmates graduating with me. I'm grateful for the honor to speak to you today and to have the opportunity to present an idea and offer some encouragement. But before I get into that, let me first congratulate all of you, the class of 2017, on your achievement. It takes a great deal of dedication and effort to do what you all have done, and for that reason, I applaud you. Not only have you done what was necessary to graduate, though, you have done so much more than that. Whether that entails singing in choir, competing in Scholastic Bowl, participating in school athletics, being a best buddy, or any number of activities outside of school, you've done it all. Kudos to you. Now, I would be neglectful if I failed to mention all the people that have helped us along the way. Thank you to all the teachers that have taught us throughout the years, who frequently went above and beyond what their jobs required of them. Thank you for really caring about us and teaching us more than a textbook ever could. Thank you to all the friends that have walked this journey of high school with us, and many years prior. And most importantly, thank you to all the parents and guardians that have nurtured us, guided us, and supported us in every stage of life, from our first steps to the steps we will soon take across this stage. We couldn't have done it without you. A special thanks to my mom, dad, brother, and sister for always being there for me, no matter the circumstance. I love you. That said, on to that idea I talked about. As many of you may know, our class motto is, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." Personally, I really like this statement because it's so true. If you sincerely think you can change the world, you probably can. I mean, attitude is half the battle. But all that quote specifies is who can change the world and why, not how. Thus, I figured what better topic to discuss than how we, graduating seniors and otherwise, can change the world. The simplicity of my chosen method might surprise you. Obviously, I'm not talking about finding the cure for cancer or solving world hunger or poverty. Those would all be amazing, and I hope that perhaps one of you will be the one to do so. Who knows? Anything's possible. But you don't have to perform awesome feats like that to change the world. A seemingly massive task like that can be accomplished through the smallest of acts. I propose that each and every one of us can change the world just by setting a good example to those around us. But what do I mean by good example? Well, I have a list of 7 characteristics that, not in any certain order, which I believe if we manifest in ourselves can make a momentous impact for the better. First on the list is self-control. Discipline is key to the success of any plan we may make in our lives, because if you can't stick to a plan, how can you expect to achieve your goals? This also applies to having restraint, that is, restraining from what you should not do, and following a good set of morals. Personally, I very much admire someone who has a set of standards that they always stand by, and who do so not because it's what they should do, but because they desire to. I think that all of us want this next one, joy. But I don't just mean having joy when things are going our way in life, in the bad times too. Acting in such a way displays a can-do attitude and shows that we won't let life get the better of us. By experience, I can say that it really sets the tone and impresses me when someone has every reason to be negative and bitter, and yet they refuse to be that way. Thirdly, kindness. What I mean by this is not only doing good by others, but having a genuine demeanor. It is easy to treat others well, generally, but the mindset with which we do so matters just as much, if not more. Like if I was to compliment the clothes someone wore a particular day, but then behind their back say, "Those are so ugly," I should have kept my mouth shut, because I didn't mean what I said. I think we can all agree that it's no good to put up a facade to mask who we are. It is good to be genuine. By contrast, it is good to be faithful. I believe that faithfulness is one of the most important on this list, not only because it implies fidelity in relationships, but general honesty and trustworthiness too. This is especially pertinent in today's world, where there is so much dishonesty and cheating. To be an example of the opposite, to be one that can be counted on, who takes responsibility for his or her actions, is something modern society really needs. Hand in hand with kindness is gentleness. Yes, I do mean physical gentleness. It isn't good to be rough with each other, outside of play, that is. I'm also referring to the qualities of being tender and mild manner when I say this. It does very well to be sensitive to the feelings of others, even though we may not be able to feel them ourselves. In a similar manner to joy, there is peace. We learned a lot about peace, making peace with others during this year's inaugural month of peace, primarily how we do not have to agree with the views of others, but we should respect them. Indeed, tolerance is the key to peacemaking. In addition to interpersonal peace, though, I want to point to the importance of internal peace. Be at peace with who you are, but also where you are, in your circumstances. True peace is not the absence of conflict outside of you, but the absence of conflict inside of you. But the greatest of all these is love. You know that statement, best for last? Well, I mean it here. With love, you can do anything. Really, if you truly show love to those you interact with, the effects can be amazing. You could restore hope in someone who had lost all hope. You could help someone stop self-destructive habits because now they don't have to turn to that to escape pain. You could befriend someone who has few friends. Love is astonishingly powerful, especially in a world that so desperately needs it. So that concludes my list. I hope you will take something good away from what I've said and let it serve as a guide in your daily lives. And if you kind of zoned out, which I expect some did, let me summarize. Be self-controlled, joyful, kind, faithful, gentle, peaceful, and show love, and know that you are loved. In this way, you can set an example for others to emulate and change the world. If the last 4 years are anything to measure by, you are well on your way to doing just that. Congratulations again, and God bless.